everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the name reveal of baby girl. I'm super excited. I can't wait to be finally sharing her name with you guys. I honestly have been keeping it for a long time. Obviously I had her name before she was born, so I've known it for a long time now. Some of my family and people that are close to me obviously already know her name, but no one else knows it, so I'm super excited. And I also thought I would just do a sort of catch up with you guys and sort of talk about how it's been for me so far as a second time mum and how it has been now being a mum of two. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more exciting content that is coming from me in the future. I'm not going to make this intro too long because I know everyone's probably super excited to just get to the name reveal, because I know that's what everyone's probably clicked on this video for. Let's get on with today's video. So starting the video, I just wanted to talk a little bit about how things have been going. So obviously I'm a mum of two now. I have River and he is going to be 2 in February. And I have the baby girl. She's almost 3 weeks. She's 3 weeks on Sunday because she was born on a Sunday. So I cannot even believe it's almost been a month. That's actually crazy to actually think about that, because now I've like said it out loud, it sounds even like crazier, because how is she almost a month? It literally feels like she was born like a few days ago, and it's kind of sad. It goes so quickly. She's looking around, she's listening when I talk to her, she follows with her eyes, and it's just so crazy. Like, it's actually quite sad, but it's also a good thing because I'm glad that she's growing and she's like a healthy baby. And a lot of you guys have been asking, how is River and how is he finding it having a little sister? And like I did say in my last video, I definitely have noticed a change in River, and say that he's become maybe a little bit jealous, but I know that can be normal. I've spoke to lots of people with a small age gap and they've all said the same thing. You just have to still try and do as many things as you can with the older child to make them feel like they're involved. Like I said as well, I am breastfeeding her, so I do have to give her a lot of my time, and I also feed on demand, so whenever she wants to be fed I will feed her. So I am feeding quite a lot of the time, and when River constantly just sees me sitting there feeding her, I feel like that kind of hurts him a little bit. But I do try and involve him, and obviously whenever I'm not feeding her or doing anything with her, I will play with River as much as I can, because he's still a baby himself really, and he's going to be 2 in February. Can't believe I've had a child for 2 years. It's really weird. Like, when you first have a baby, you're like, oh, they're 6 months. I have a 6-month-old. I have like an 11-month-old, but it feels weird to say I have a 2-year-old. I feel like I have an actual child, like a kid, not like a baby. You know, some siblings are like not interested in their baby sibling, but he's actually interested because he's always like, the baby, and he's like, hello baby, and he goes over to her and he does like stroke her hair and he kisses her on the head, and it's so cute. But sometimes he can be a little bit heavy-handed, but he doesn't understand. He's too young. So I do try my hardest, although it is hard sometimes to be like, don't do that. I try my hardest to stay calm and be like, it's okay, be gentle, because I feel like the more I tell him off, he's going to resent me, or he's going to resent the baby, and I don't want that to happen. But other than that, it's been fine. But I can say it's been so much more different this time around. I feel more confident. It's probably because it's my second baby. There's a lot of things. I'm a little bit older. I have experienced it before in my own house now, so I feel more independent. And I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy every minute of having River, but I did find it way more stressful. And I will admit I had a lot more help with River than I do with this baby. With this baby I do everything on my own, which I know a lot of people do, but I did have a lot of help with River. But I'm so much more independent with this baby, and I've literally enjoyed every minute of it since she was born. Like, the whole birth experience was just so much better. I feel like it really does start from the birth experience, because I had such an awful recovery with River. I feel like it really did affect like how my emotions were after, and I just felt so like, I felt like really emotional all the time, and I felt scared. I felt like I couldn't do anything by myself, but I'm so much more independent this time. So that's a little update, and I just wanted to do that before we get into the main part of the video, which is the name reveal. So that is coming now. I'm gonna be about to reveal her name. I did do baby names I love but wouldn't be using, so you guys have probably seen that video on my channel. If not, you can go check it out here, maybe watch that and then come back to this part. This name wasn't a name that I had right from the very start of my pregnancy. I knew this name, I've heard of it before, but it was never like on my list. I did see it come up a couple of times on some like baby name inspo pages, and I never really thought much of it, and then I really started to like it. It grew on me, just different things of it I liked. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. She also has a middle name, which I'll be showing you too, and I sort of just picked the first name, had it for a while, and then when I thought of the middle name, I was like, this just matches perfect together. Really nice. I'm so happy about it. Yeah. So now you guys know the baby's name, and I am so excited that you finally know it. So her name is Athena Rose, and it is not actually a double barrel name. Athena is her first name and Rose is her middle name, just like my middle name is Grace. I didn't want to do the whole double barrel thing because I feel like it's gonna get too much if people constantly have to say Athena Rose all the time. But yeah, I think her name is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. I feel like it goes well with River. So Athena is actually a Greek name and it means goddess of wisdom, and I thought that was a really beautiful thing. And if you're wondering, I'm not actually Greek myself. That's not the reason why I picked the name. I'm actually Turkish Cypriot, so I'm not Greek Cypriot, I'm Turkish Cypriot, so it's like the complete opposite. But I still feel like it's like a similar, you know, vibe, similar place. Them places are literally right next to each other, and I don't really mind like where the origin of the name is from, even if it wasn't from Greece or Turkey or anywhere. I still love it. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know like where the name's from. And not only that, I just love how the name sounds. I think it's so classy and pretty for a girl of any age. I think it's nice for a baby, and I also think it's nice for a girl my age. If I had the name Athena, I would really like it. So I always do try to think about that a bit as well. I feel like people don't always think about the child when they're like an adult, and sometimes some children and baby names don't really sound right for an adult, but I personally think this name is good for any age. And then the name Rose, obviously it's just a flower. It's one of my favorite flowers, probably my favorite flower. I thought this just matched so beautifully. I really like nature and like, you know, flowers and things like that, and that flower just sounded the best out of all of them. And I also really like the name Rose. My cousin's called Rosie. I really love that name as well. When Rosie found out, Rosie actually guessed the baby's name. It was the weirdest thing. She come to visit the baby and she didn't know the name yet, and I was like, guess, you can guess it. And I told her that it started with an A. Out of nowhere she went, is it Athena? And I was like, yeah, it actually is. And she was like, you're lying. And I was like, no, you literally just guessed it right. I don't even know how it come into her head or how she guessed it, but she did. So she obviously just had like a feeling. And then I told them the middle name was Rose, and she was so happy because obviously it's not her actual name, but it's very close to her name. And she was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. And yeah, I just think it's such a beautiful name, and I'm so happy with it. So yeah, now you guys know her name, and I don't have to keep it a secret anymore. And I do want to post it on Instagram as well, but I've been trying to think like how I'm going to do it, because I want people to go from my Instagram to the video not knowing the name, but then if I post the post on Instagram, it's going to ruin the whole concept of the name reveal video. So maybe in a few days I'll post the post after or something, I don't know. So that is it for today's video. I'm so happy that you guys now know the baby's name, and I honestly am in love with her name and her. I'm literally obsessed with her. She's just the best thing, and honestly I am so proud that I am now a mum of two. I have a son and a daughter. I feel really lucky to have a son and a daughter. It's lucky to have any children obviously, but I just feel really lucky to have been blessed with both, especially in that order as well. I personally, that is something that I always wanted, an older brother and a younger sister. So I'm very happy that that's what's happened, just naturally, because obviously you can't choose. But yeah, I feel very blessed, and thank you guys for all of your support and kind comments on my last video, which was like my first video since she was born, and I really appreciate all your kind comments and like support. I do see them, even if I don't like all of them or like reply to all of them, I do see them. So thanks so much, because you guys are literally the kindest. And like I said, everyone here on YouTube is like my YouTube family, and I love posting on here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, I will be doing more exciting videos coming up soon.